In this video, I want to show you how to set up a master reverb, or really any master effect in Traction 5. It's a very common production technique to create a common reverb or a common delay line that you're going to send a number of different tracks to. And it's easy to set it up in Traction, but since it doesn't have a mixer view, sometimes you might not really know how to do it right off. So the first thing I'm going to do is create a new track. So I'll go up here and hit T, and that will create a new track. And this will be my master reverb track. So I'll click on the track and rename it, call it master verb. And I'm going to give it a little bit different color so that it sticks out more. I'm going to make it this kind of purple color. Here, what I need to do is actually put a return. So grab the plugin object, drop it here, and from the Traction plugins, you'll see there's an aux return. So we put that right here. And now you can see which bus that's related to. It says bus number 1. So we'll leave it like that, but we're going to call this, we'll just call it verb, like that. And the nice thing about that is that it comes up right here and we can see that that is the reverb. Now for it to do anything, we need to actually apply the reverb effects. So I'm going to go back to the plugin browser and I'll type verb over here. You can see I've got a lot of third-party reverbs. I'll just use the Traction reverb and put that right here. And then on that Traction reverb, I'm going to put it to where the wet mix is 100% and the dry mix is 0. So I'm going to send a little bit from the tracks that I want to add reverb to, but I don't want any of the dry signal to go. That's a really typical way you set these up. So now I just need to apply a send anywhere that I want to send that reverb. So we're going to start right here on the lead guitar track. We'll grab the plugin object, drag it down here. I could put it anywhere, but I'm going to actually put it after the volume control here. Add the aux send, like that. And then this, since there's only one returned, it automatically assigned it to bus number 1. If it wasn't, I would assign it to the correct reverb bus. Now this gives me a send, so I can send some of this right from the mixer here to that reverb. Cool thing about this is I could apply additional effects to this reverb. So I'm going to go in here, grab this, and just ahead of that reverb, I'm going to put the low high pass filter, and we'll make it high pass, and we'll roll off the lows a little bit going into that. And on the other side of it, we'll put another one. And we'll leave that at high pass and just roll off the highs a little bit. Sounds great. Since we're going to add as many of these as we want, we could also add a couple of these for delays, have a left delay and a right delay, additional versions of this. Now, since I've got it in here, I can share it with the other tracks. I'm going to send a little bit of the drums to that. So rather than insert all this stuff again, I'm just going to grab this while I hold down Command, and you can see it becomes a copy, and then I'll grab and drop it right after the volume. The reason I drop it after the volume is because then as we turn the volume and adjust the volume of this track, it will turn that reverb down accordingly. So if we pull the volume all the way off, we won't hear any reverb from that because it's coming after that volume. It's really, on a normal mixer, you'd call that setting it to post fader. But here you just do it by dragging the order around, and it's really clear, really obvious what you're doing. Now there's a special solo mode that you're going to want to use on a master effects track called Solo Isolate. I'm going to show you how to set that and how that works. So if you click on Solo with a right click, you can see you can enable Solo Isolate. So if you turn that on, then you can turn solo off. Then if you solo anything else, this will also be soloed. And the reason is because you want to actually hear the results of the reverb. So look, if I solo here, you can see solo isolate starts coming on here. So it kind of tracks the other solos. That way you'll actually be able to hear the results of your effects. Really cool. So that's how you set up a master effect. It's specifically, in this example, a master reverb, but you could use this for delays or any kind of effect. Thanks for watching.